Shut up, Jardin! And welcome back to Frequently Urgent Questing, the quest of many things, episode, I don't know.
11.
And we're all back again. It's me, your DM, Jardin, and we've got Breanna, Stacy, Jeffrey, Kail. We're here having fun.
Woo! Woohoo!
Yeah.
Definitely
Fucking
not
shit
stressed.
up.
Everyone is super enthusiastic.
Last time, you guys fought Setheno, and you killed her. And you captured her essence in the card. You brought it back after that harrowing fight, and have delivered it to M. She offered you a respite from your sort of breakneck pace of collecting all of these cards. Morfran merely asked for a day, and she was like, wow, that's great. Jasper, you wanted to go to speak to Iolana Venmore in Akepolis. And Merlin was really upset and was making a bit of a stink in the foyer, and M asked her to come up to talk to her. Frustrated, she went up and was like, I can't talk, bitch, and M was like, actually, you can.
Haha!
Face crack.
Of the session.
So we'll start the session with Jasper going to Akepolis.
Yeah, my thing's probably going to be slightly less of a thing than Merlin's thing.
I'm going to pause for a second, just so you can have it in your head. Can you please roll me sanity?
Fuck. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. 15.
Roll it again.
41.
Okay.
Advantage on sanity checks.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, my brain chemistry is currently different.
Yes, it is. You're not a Harpy anymore, currently. Jasper, you appear sort of on the outskirts of Akepolis, a flash, and you can see the city in front of you. It's...
I want to say my old stomping grounds.
Can I say that I took a short rest while I was
Sort of.
down
Yes,
there?
you can.
Okay, thank you.
It is nighttime.
Nighttime. How nighttime?
How night is it? It is the blackest of nights. No.
Well, I mean...
It seems like around midnight, 11-ish, that you have arrived.
Fuck. Can't just walk into the... Do I have another way of contacting her? I don't remember if we...
I don't believe so. I don't think you have any other methods of contacting her.
Fuck.
Aside from just knocking at her door.
I can't just walk in the middle of the night. There's no way they're gonna let me in. And also, she's probably, resting like everybody else does.
Also, you robbed a bank in this town.
They don't know it was me. They don't know what I look like.
Some people thought you.
Yeah, but nobody believes them, so
All right.
It doesn't matter.
So, you're on the outskirts of town.
And
What are you
again, they're asleep. Okay. Well, I would like to... I'm just going to put the hood up, just in case.
You sort of reach behind you, and a cloak manifests as you pull your hand forward, and it wraps around your body.
Even though it's the middle of the night and real dark, because there's no electricity.
Shadows seem to cling to you better. You now have advantage on stealth checks in the dark.
Okay. I'm trying to decide if I want to just head straight there or wait. I think I am going to start carefully heading that direction.
Okay. You head towards one of the main gates on the northern part of the city. There are guards there.
I mean, they're not going to... I don't know why they would stop me from entering the town.
It's the middle of the night. We'll see what happens.
And?
Just tell me what you're going to do.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not? I'm going to use Unseen Stalker.
And you're going to turn invisible?
Yeah.
Great. So the cloak starts to disappear, and so does your own form. You turn invisible, and you just walk right through the guard post. Walking around the streets, you slowly make your way to the castle district and up towards the castle.
How long was it taking me to get here?
You're Invisibility is probably running its course.
Yeah, because they last about like an hour, I think. But I don't know how big the...
It's a pretty big city. It's one of the capitals.
Yeah, I know. That's why I asked. Would it be worth it to wait? I think I will try to hunker down somewhere until it's not like 1 a.m.
Okay, you're just gonna find a bush somewhere.
I don't know, somewhere.
Okay, like, are you trying to look for an establishment to stay at? Or are you just like sleeping in an alley?
Is there anyone that would be up to give me a room if there was one available?
Usually establishments are open pretty late.
So hang out in a tavern.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay.
I don't think I need to sleep. I don't remember what level.
I don't think you're at that level yet. But you're close to it.
Yeah, I don't remember what.
You find a tavern, you hunker down in there for a little while. You order some drinks or no?
Yeah, I'll order a drink.
Okay. Sipping on a drink, and you sort of hang out. Are you just going to stay there for the evening?
It doesn't matter right now. Yeah, I'll stay until like... I'm trying to think of like a relatively reasonable time of the morning. I don't know, 7?
7, okay.
Well, listen, I would like to see her sooner rather than later, and we have a day, and I don't know if that means 24 hours from when she said, or until...
I mean, we won't leave without you. You would probably assume that she wouldn't give us the info if we weren't all there.
I don't know. She might.
Jasper doesn't trust anyone, not even himself.
Who am I? What am I doing here?
No one makes me bleed my own
Did I just say that out loud? So you wait till a respectable time in the morning, you think, for magicians and not magicians, wizards to be up. And you head to the castle. You are stopped by some guards who ask you your intention.
I would like to speak with Yolanda, please.
Okay. We will go check with her and a name that we can give her.
Did I give her my actual name? I don't remember. I mean, I would know, but I do not remember what name I gave her.
I think you told her.
Did I...
I don't think you used an alias.
Does she know about... She doesn't know about Urias, does she?
No, she does not.
Okay. Shit.
You showed her your hands.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I don't like doing it, but I'll give them... Jasper.
Okay. They go, "Thank you, sir. We will be back soon." And one of them trots off, and the other really stays there.
Really, really don't like that I just gave them my name, but I didn't know how else to let her know.
You wait a little while, and then you hear like slippers,
hurried footsteps,
frantically moving towards you, as a half-elf in a purple robe comes out.
Purple.
Yeah, and she greets you bright-eyed. She's like, "I'm sorry, I just woke up. Hi.
Did they go wake her up?
Probably.
Oh my god, that's very funny.
And she goes, he's fine, he's with me. Okay, and she grabs your hands,
physically grabs me,
and pulls you into the castle and takes you to her chambers.
Not her lab area.
It's all in the same area.
Well, I know it's all next to each other.
You pass a room. That is the door slightly ajar. As you look in, you're assuming that's her bedroom, and then she takes you to the place that you had been with her before in one of her lab areas, and she sort of grabs a little orb, touches it, and then it starts to glow with runes, and then she sort of clears the table out again, and she's like, "Okay,
I'm ready.
You're back." And she's like so excited.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well.
She's just kind of picking the gunk out of her eyes.
Should I come? I tried to wait until it was,
It's okay.
Later.
It's great.
Got in quite.
You're here.
Late.
Do you have anything?
Well, she was just so excited about everything. First I'll pull out the first dagger that I found, and put it on the table that Sherry knows about. And then I'll pull out the second one, which I was given. Mm-hmm. And then I will also place the bow on the table.
Okay.
Because I think it is somehow related. And then I want to tell her about the little bit of information that I learned from M's library.
Regarding?
About Genna, basically. And the curse thing.
Yeah, she gets very excited about seeing all of this new stuff, and as you're speaking, she's just like, and looking over there, she's like, I can't believe we have 2 of them now, oh my gosh, and puts that down, and she goes, what is this? Whoa, it's heavy, and she kind of like goes a little off kilter from it, and her eyes flash a blue color, and she looks at them, and she goes, oh, wow, this is old.
Yeah, it did appear to be.
This is what's called an oath bow.
Oh.
It was made by angels. And basically it allows you to mark an enemy as a sworn enemy, and she kind of like puts it back down on the table. As a sworn enemy to do metagaming, you roll with advantage against that target, and you roll an extra 3d6 of damage.
Dang, okay.
Does a lot. It is a longbow. And the command word is, what did I say? Savannah said something like
swift defeat to my enemies.
No, that's what the bow says to you. Swift defeat to my enemies.
The other thing
and then the command word on your attack is like thee who have I've chosen to judge, or something like that. Judgment. Yeah, marked for judgment.
I wrote it down.
Thanks.
Because I'm smart.
In Celestial is how you do that.
Yeah.
You don't. You can understand it, but you heard Savannah say it. You could repeat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
one phrase you know in Celestial.
A very dramatic phrase that makes a bow do stuff.
I will send you the stats for that later.
That's fine.
Jeffrey, I will also send you the stats for your ring later.
Okay, cool.
Activation. Raise. Okay, I'll send you writing down notes and things.
Remind me of like a Bond villain.
My dog in my lap.
Nice.
He's being a very good boy.
He is being a very good boy.
I literally just.
That's because he's 3 weeks older than the last time you heard him. The first time you heard him.
It's fine.
I don't fucking know.
He's aging well.
Time is a construct.
Like wine.
As we've talked about before.
Okay.
And you farted, which is great. Sorry about that.
As you tell her about what you've learned about the curse of ever, she rolled really well on her history check. And she goes, yes. I've been researching a lot about Celestials and sort of learning about what happened. And this was all, there's obviously a lot of prejudice against Celestial blood, because people blame them for the Century of Blood. The weird Second Age war that basically put the entire world into a dark age because demons and angels were fighting on the material plane. Yes. That's why we have the Celestial Wastes now, which is where we assume Genna is. Nobody actually knows if it's there, but we assume that it's there. And Genna was the sort of anchor point of Celestials coming into the material world.
So, because previously Genna was like a place, but it's more like a doorway.
It is both, from what I understand. It was a way for celestial beings to contact and influence the material plane in a more direct way, but it was also a city where they would reside. And people like you, as an Aasimar.
Well, there are 5 of these daggers, from what I have been told.
She's just writing everything down.
And, oh yeah. That were used to seal away the city, apparently.
Okay. That kind of goes along with some of the things I've read.
That key, the cube thing.
Yeah, she goes over to the table, she grabs it, she goes, this thing.
I think they're somehow related. If the daggers were used to seal the city, and this is the key to Genna, then I don't know. Perhaps they lock together somehow, but...
Yeah, maybe it's like an activation stone or something? Maybe. She goes, this is gonna look stupid. And she grabs the little cube and she like touches the daggers with it and nothing happens. She's like, okay, well, it was worth a try.
Is there like, I mean, there's not like any, I feel like this would be really obvious, but like no like slots or anything?
No, nothing you can see.
Okay. I don't remember what happened last time I touched it.
It felt warm in your hands and you heard something along the phrase of like, bring me home, or something like that. Or like, I am a path to home.
I am the key to home or something like that. Yeah. Okay. I just want to know how it works. I need to get to the Celestial Wastes, and I don't know how to do that while we're doing this other stuff.
Do you say that out loud?
Not that specifically.
I need to get to the Celestial Wastes.
But...
Alright, we'll continue talking with her. What do you say to her in the midst of all this?
Perhaps then it would be prudent to explore these wastes.
That's a really bad idea. Literally everyone who has gone there has never come back. Here's a list. And she brings up a list of people who have never returned from going into the Celestial Waste.
All the way down the floor.
And she goes, I compiled this from a bunch of adventures, cross-examinations from other archives I've been in, and all of these people I'm assuming are dead.
Well, how would anyone know?
I don't know. Maybe maybe you would be more resistant because of your blood.
Resistant to what?
I don't know. And she kind of
Do
like
you know
rolls
anything
up the thing.
about
She
what's
goes,
out there?
From what people have studied, it's mostly like a no man's land, wasteland of just infernal and radiant energy just constantly clashing in the area. Like nobody can even get close without getting hurt. We've observed it from a distance, but that's not enough to like come to any conclusions. Can't even get close enough to identify it. Or like what is happening in that maelstrom.
Well, I need some way to get in there then, if supposedly that's where Genna might be.
I mean, we assume that it's there.
Well,
nobody's seen it in an age and a half.
I won't know unless I go in.
But I'm not there.
No, you're not. You're in a very tense situation.
I need some way to find out.
I mean, maybe you could craft something to make you resistant to that damage, you know, just because it will, from what we understand, rend you to pieces when you go inside of it. But we don't know that for sure. It could be calmer on the inside. We have no way of knowing.
I'm sure I'm the only one of my kind who's been in there in quite a while. Or to
I couldn't tell you.
Well, I've never met another, so...
Neither have I.
Well, I'm sure they've been killed.
I would prefer you not to die in a giant maelstrom of radiant and infernal energy.
It's been a while since someone really gave a shit what happened to Jasper.
And she's like, I mean, you seem really nice and you bring these amazing relics.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
If I were a better person, I would feel bad.
And you're an angel. She kind of like throws up her hands quietly. She's a very excitable person.
I'm having a great time.
I'm glad.
Well, I try to plan a dramatic speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, but him being an angel does not.
No.
Look, I understand.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand because obviously the whole curse thing you know, I've never personally seen it, but I know the whole, like, wing situation is not great. No. And there's a lot of prejudice in the world for something that, honestly, we don't know if you actually did or not. Not you, just, you know, angels in general.
Yes, well, there's a reason that I don't really talk to anyone.
Yeah, I understand.
Or show my face. All right, well, I'll have to think of something then, I suppose.
Are you gonna leave any of these here?
What would you do with them?
Just research them more, look at the iconography on the carvings, cross-reference them against other things. I mean, you seem like a very adventure-y type, so I don't want to, like, stop you from using amazing ancient weapons.
She's like the D&D version of the Target lady that Kristen Wiig plays.
Yeah. She's very...
yeah.
If you do, I promise I won't damage them in any way. Also, they're like magic, so I can't.
Well, I'm sure there would be a way to destroy them with enough effort.
Which one?
Well,
you know which one.
Yeah, I do.
I will leave the daggers.
Ooh, wonderful. Okay. When you come back, I hope to have more for you.
I want to take the bow, though.
Yeah. Bows.
I would like a long-range weapon that is not an edict.
Yeah.
Alright. Thanks.
Jasper, out!
Bye!
Oh my god. Okay. Great. Well, I shall leave you to it then, I suppose.
She's like, thank you very much. I should give you something because you gave me these. And she runs away, and then she comes back, and she goes, I don't really need these because I don't get into fights, but I know somebody who is a really great potion maker, and they made me this, and here you go. Have it. You seem to be in need.
Thank you. What is it?
It's a superior healing potion.
Okay. I'll take it.
It's nice when you're best friends with a royal alchemist.
I mean, she's not specifically an alchemist. She's an arcanist, but she...
No, I'm best friends
and she...
with
okay.
the royal alchemist.
That's... Never mind. I got you. I was like, she's not an alchemist.
Just talking now.
Alright. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I will, I suppose, come back when I can. Would there... Before I leave,
When you said that she was going to give you a hug and she stopped.
just imagining anyone trying to hug Jasper.
She just puts her hands behind her back and she's like, yeah.
Is there perhaps some way I can contact you that would be better than just...
Oh, instead of just dropping in.
Walking up.
Yeah.
Also, I don't really... I would prefer not to give my name to anyone else.
Oh, yeah. What do you want to be called?
Anything, really.
That's not a good name.
Whatever you would like to call me, I don't.
I
don't want to, give her any of my,
other aliases?
Yeah, that would not go well.
I'll think about it. Hold on one second. And she leaves the room.
Okay.
And you hear her rummaging through things and kind of muttering to herself, and you hear, another,
Oh, God.
Her favorite character from her favorite rom-com.
Yeah.
This woman
Stuart Bronson.
Disaster.
And she comes back. And she goes, you can use this. And she hands you a stone.
Okay. Is it just
it's like a
stone
stone.
of far speech?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the name you said?
Stuart Bronson, I believe, or something like that.
Oh, God. Can I not be Stuart?
How about Stuart Bronson?
Absolutely not.
No.
No.
Okay, how about Okay, this one's even weirder, but I heard of like this really great barbarian. It sounds similar.
Suggested this.
His name is Quanson.
Quanson, in fact.
It's also Quanson.
Of Quanson. Probably.
I guess he's from Quanson, I heard.
Some call
No,
it the
you are
triple
crossing
Q.
universes.
No, it's just a name.
Do they
It's just a name.
No, it's never.
I think
just a name.
Quanson is a universal.
Yeah, there's
Honestly, there's a
one
Quanson in every universe.
Listen, it was an alternative timeline. Doesn't mean it wasn't necessarily an alternative plane or anything.
Well,
No,
it's a
not
different universe than Jardin's.
I mean, we could
universe.
do like Theodore or
Probably. Who knows?
nothing
Theodore,
with a
Theodore.
J because that's a little not like Jake. You know?
Nothing
Not
even
like Jesky, you know, but not too exotic.
Jacques. Jacques.
Hi,
Okay. This
Lane. No,
Valjean.
we're not just saying J names. Okay. All right, bye.
should not be
Somebody
so
can walk
fun.
by.
Okay.
What J names? That's just
You came up and were like Jacques.
Some random guard.
I made you a person in the castle.
That's great. Sorry. I don't sit quietly well.
It's fine. I don't mind. I will put you into the scenes. You can be NPCs.
Sorry.
It's okay, fine. I'll talk to you later.
Any of those, really.
Vincenzo. Too much?
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
Now who's mixing?
All right, I'll walk you out. And she sort of like just takes your arm and just walks you out.
Oh. Very tall man.
Yeah. mhm.
Less
half
tall.
elf. Yeah. And she goes, "Bye, Vincenzo." At the guard
And
gate.
the guards are like, what?
Yeah.
That's not the name.
Yeah. The other name was an alias. I don't know why. It's super secret. She leaves.
Can we?
You chose to entrust your secret with this
Wait
person.
a second.
I'm just putting that out there.
Where? I know it's in here
What are you doing?
somewhere. Oh fuck, that's
You
expensive.
gonna pale horse away like an
That's
asshole?
no, that's not what I was gonna do. I was gonna try to remove the memory of my name.
I have modified memory now.
But
Ooh.
There.
You look like a graduate.
Thanks.
it's very expensive. And
It is
so
very
only
expensive.
does one person at a time.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna have to hope that they don't remember me.
Yeah. We'll see. Are you doing anything else with your day?
I guess I do want to see if I can find someone about the being resistant to whatever shit is in the waste. I don't know if there's anyone here that I could talk to.
I'm not sure. I think you would not be in quite the right place for that.
I would probably need to go to
I would say you can talk around, ask around it, and people sort of just talk about rumors and stuff that they've heard about the celestial wastes. But it's just a lot of like commoner rumors, not anything you can really like sink your teeth into.
I'll probably need to go to what's it called?
Menacra.
Yeah, I know it was Amazon thing, but I can't
Major enchantment.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You finish out your day?
Yeah, there's not really anything
All right,
else that I want to do.
Do you stroll about the city,
wander
around, and eventually you find a card.
Alright.
You pick it up and you whoop, back. You can go to your personal chambers.
Yep.
I'm going back in time a little bit.
Yep.
So, Aurelia.
Merlin and M are in a room.
Aurelia is sitting in a chair.
And now,
staring at her hands for the first time in probably 4 years. Maybe it's been longer now. I think it's closer to 5 or 6.
Yeah, it's been longer.
It's been a while, and honestly, time is kind of an interesting concept when you're mad. So she just spends a good 5 minutes just staring at her hands. And probably has to cast another concentration spell because she spent so long. I don't think I have anything that's long.
How long is the spell?
Up to a minute. I don't think I have anything that's more than a minute, unfortunately.
Okay.
Unless
you do that.
Homebrew something.
No, you do that for a minute.
Okay.
And after the minute passes, the eye fades, and you.
I can detect magic for 10 minutes, so that would be the longest I can do.
Great. So you do that for a minute, but then maybe frantically sort of go back.
Yeah.
And cast detect magic for 10 minutes, and you're then sitting again with your.
Okay. Yeah. So
form.
yeah, that's good. Because that would shock her out of it too.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, have you ever? No, you probably can't experience empathy. This is a waste of my time. But if you could imagine that you could experience empathy for just a moment. Being a totally different person for half a decade. Do you have any idea what that would feel like?
She takes not a breath, but she takes a moment. And she goes, try 2,000 years.
No, I don't. I don't think you understand what I mean. But that's all right.
Well, not quite 2,000, but about 1,300.
I want to be perfectly clear that I know who and what you are, and I know what you're doing, and I don't frankly care. So we're going to keep doing it.
Good, that is beneficial to me.
How long has this been an option?
Ever since I acquired the deck.
I see. And you wanted to talk to me specifically?
You seemed as if you had something to say.
I think I might have gone a bit mad for a moment. And I think what I was going to do would have gotten me killed, so I suppose I owe you a thank you. But I also very badly want to light you on fire, so...
Would that make you feel better?
It hasn't so far, but that doesn't mean that it won't the next time.
She just offers a hand as invitation.
Who is Jasper?
Oh, okay. We're doing this now.
I can talk for 10 fucking minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I've got questions.
Oh, bitch.
I can't talk the rest of the goddamn campaign. I have to think it through.
I suppose it's more of a question of what is Jasper. Who he is, as far as I understand, is a vagrant, an orphan, outcast. Nothing remarkable.
No.
But then something happened to him that made him remarkable and a valuable asset to what I want.
Do you want anything, though?
I do. I thought you know who I was, what I wanted, what I'm doing.
I know what you are.
What am I?
A construct?
No. That's merely the form that I am being forced to take.
I see. Well, then we have started on false footing. It is still what you are, though.
Yes.
Yes.
In physical form at the moment, yes.
Just to be perfectly clear, I was right.
Yes. You are smart.
Thank you. I haven't been told that in a while, so give me a moment to bask in that.
It's fine. Aurelia, to be frank, and I do not compliment often, but you are the keenest mind I've met in a very long time.
Thank you. Sometimes it's difficult to remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you...
So to speak plainly about Jasper, I do not know entirely of what he is. He's a bit of an enigma, but I do know that he is effective. I have access to a lot of information. I have access to information that I've collected over the years and things that I've traded. Do you not know what he is?
Alright. Because, to be perfectly frank, I have no fucking idea what he's doing. But I do think he could very well fuck up this quest of yours if he tries to reap something we need to put back in a card.
I'm not that stupid, but I'm not there.
I thought about that.
I don't know.
But I think that his sort of professional acumen in the dealings that I've observed of him, he wouldn't do that.
That would be good. It'd be nice to be less worried about it.
Please trust that he has been an active professional for many, many years.
Means he's been in the game longer than I have, so who am I to speak?
He always follows through. So if anything, it might be better if you give him all of your trust.
He's someone worth talking to, I think. What else do I want? You caught me off guard. I really wasn't prepared to...
Talk? I know. Now, to be quite clear as to what is happening, is the Eye is an anti-magic field. I cannot approach you, or I will collapse.
Yes.
But as long as you can concentrate on it, it will remove the curse on you.
How often can I do this?
How often can you cast spells? Now be mindful, it's the only spell you can cast, because you must focus on it, and no other magic will be effective inside of the field.
You know, I was starting to think that I didn't want this life back anymore, but once you get a taste of something, isn't it?
It's hard to go back.
It's got an addictive quality to it. And imagine what I could fucking do with the control I've got now.
It is quite amazing.
I can tear that city to the ground.
Indeed you could.
And she kind of shakes her head and she's like having trouble, like visibly starting to have trouble, like keeping her mind on track. I'm probably running out of time. I don't know how long we've been talking. No, so I've asked about Jasper. I know about Morfran. I know enough about Morfran. I know what Bacchus is, and that's really enough to know about Morfran. I'm not sure.
And so you understand why I never let him in the room.
Yeah.
Yes.
For the best.
Yes, indeed. I don't actually like him in my mansion, but...
Well, you know, when you're a giant bird, it almost seems like the goat thing is your best friend, and that's kind of troubling to me at this exact moment. And then there's the little one.
Yes. I did pick him as wildcard, honestly.
I mean, you did call him that. Honestly, I'd like to set him loose in the manor and see what happens. Don't think it hasn't occurred to me. I think they'd murder him, though. Although, I'm not sure that would be a loss to me. And she starts to wander off again in her thoughts. I think I'm running out of time.
Would you like more?
Than 10 minutes?
Yes.
I'd like a lifetime. But I could probably only do this for another 10. Today. Fucking living on detect magic spells. That's utterly stupid. Detect magic at fucking 5th level. That's what I've got left. I've got a 5th level and I've got a 1st level.
You got him.
I need to have another conversation. And I just pick up the deck and I leave.
Yeah, you leave. She just stays in there.
So I can't teleport like this. I can't fucking do a lot of shit. I go to Morfran's room. So I knocked on the door.
Yeah.
Enter.
So I've cast it again because it would have run out.
As the door opens, you see a woman in front of you.
Technically, I don't see anything. I am laying on a stone bed with my hands underneath my head, and my eyes are closed. I'm just like,
you do not see one in front of you. You do not hear the typical of talons.
It's not
the
Merlin.
click of talons. You hear feet approaching.
I peek my eyes open and I'm like, I did not call for company. I don't even think that's available here. I look at Bacchus. Who is she?
I have a couple of questions for you and a couple of questions for your goats. Where should we start?
A name?
That wasn't one of the options, but I'll give it to you anyway. My name is Aurelia Kroll.
A pleasure. I sit up.
So you see before you, she is a tall, pale woman with very short, cropped, white blonde hair. It's like a very, very severe lesbian haircut.
Nice.
She's got an extremely angular face. She does kind of look like Merlin a little bit. I don't know if you have that gut reaction, but
so she's Lady Malfoy.
She's basically she's basically Draco Malfoy,
Sure.
but with tits.
Nice.
And she's taller. This is good. A+ description.
Tits Malfoy.
I definitely didn't have that specific word choice in my head, but now I do.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, so she's wearing a white dress that just plays off the hair, and it's a very distinctive I'm here to make an impression kind of an outfit. Extremely well tailored, very, very expensive, and short white heels, and everything is spotless, which makes no fucking sense. We've met many times, and there are a couple things I've always wanted to ask you. First of all, what were you doing in that temple originally when you met the one you call Merlin?
I haven't told that story to anybody except for Merlin, and Bacchus was there. So how do you know that?
Well, I was also there.
And you didn't get murdered by me or a giant murderous Harpy. Now I'm intrigued.
Well, you answer my questions first.
See, you're in my room. And I don't think that's how this works. So, you just take a seat here, right next to me, and you tell me what this is all about.
You are very fucking charming.
Yes, I have a +12 to persuasion. Would you like me to roll on that? As my feet tangle over the bed.
Kicking.
Yeah.
Little, yeah.
Ding, ding. I scooted over with a little hop.
Yeah.
It's the sideburns. No one can resist.
Nice.
I kind of thought that her feelings for you were stupid, but now I'm starting to wonder. That's something to think about.
Do you get closer and sit on the bed?
I'll sit on the bed.
As this happens, the armor on you, it feels loose for the first time.
What is happening?
I did not think of that.
What is happening?
An anti-magic field.
I jump off the bed immediately and scuttle across the room.
As you move back into the room, the armor
Does anything
tightens up
happen to
again.
Bacchus?
Bacchus is not close to you. And
Is it a 5 foot?
Yeah.
Is it my immediate
it's
area?
your immediate area.
Okay.
When you came in, Bacchus clopped away from you.
Tell me, does Bacchus know who I am? I'm asking, so I guess you'd have to tell me.
Sure, I can ask him telepathically.
Oh, who you are?
I'm asking, I'm verbally asking if Bacchus knows who I am.
Bacchus. No.
He says he does.
That is bizarre.
Not much gets past him.
I suppose not. So it's illusion based? No, it's a metastatic. Just starts rumbling off to herself again and is just having an entire conversation about
Sure.
magical terminology while sitting on the bed and no longer looking at you.
Morfran sits on the floor and goes, God,
You get a pulse into your head and goes, it's the smell.
He says it's the smell.
So I smell like a wet bird all the time. Good to know.
And you can assume whatever you want.
No, I think it's maybe a joke. I don't know.
Can I give a sniff and make a perception check?
Sure, if you want.
Yeah. 18 plus whatever the fuck my
Tell
perception,
me,
which is really high.
What are you going to do with the world once you have it?
Well, once I give him what he wants, I don't really care about the world. I just want to hurt everything that's ever hurt me.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's something I can get behind.
And then, once I'm done with that, I will systematically murder everything that's ever taken advantage of its power before.
That's everyone?
Including all of the gods in heaven.
Well, we've hit a bit of a stumbling block. So that second goal includes me, I suppose. I honestly don't think you'll get that far, but I wish you the best.
Truly. It's rather a big goal for me.
People have a distinct smell to them. And even in your Harpy form, there is still a bit of you
it's a
left.
+7.
And so this woman smells clean, but there is a particular odor to her personal musk, so to speak, that reminds you of Merlin. Through all of the wet feathers and everything.
Merlin's usually pretty clean. I was joking.
What have you done with her?
I've woken up temporarily. You know she's in love with you. It's absolutely bizarre. This would not have happened, gesturing between the two of them, would not have happened where I come from.
Yes, so well, where I come from, people force you into marriages with demons.
When you say demons, Bacchus is like...
Besides you. Shut up.
I don't...
No, he hates demons.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I knew that. I think I knew that. I need your help. There are people that need killing, and I think you're the one to do it.
Sure. Sounds like my everyday life.
There's a man in a manor called Magpie Manor. And I can't do it alone. And I don't think I can do it now. But if you end up there, and if you could put his head on a pike, I would be eternally in your debt. And that's not something I offer up lightly. It's not something any wizard offers up lightly.
Does this man have power for himself?
In what way?
Does he subjugate his people and cause havoc upon the world in like a goody two-shoe sort of way? Because that's just really fucking annoying.
He is a usurper to a power that is not his own.
Well then, chances are I'll have to take him out anyways.
Alright.
You see, all rulers at one point in time have misused their power, and thus they're on my shit list.
Oh, I'm well aware. I'm going to go now before this conversation gets any more confusing for you. But this was a good talk, and I'm glad that we finally got to have it.
I still have no idea who you are, but pleasure, I suppose.
I leave, and I'm like barely out the door before my 10 minutes ends, and I lose concentration. And I just go right back down to the library and just feverishly start reading again. Even though I know I've already read everything there is down there about transmutation.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Ooh, I like that. That was very fun for me.
Morfran has a drink and pulls out her mug and then goes, fuck, I keep forgetting.
Yeah. Tiggles, are you up to anything in your day off?
I'm not. I've been turned to stone. I stabbed something and it died. Got new blood on me. I'm just gonna lay down and have a
You have
nap.
celestial blood on you.
Is it a different color?
No.
It just
fancy. Feels fancier.
A little bit, you know, a little pep in my step, but just curl up and just take a nap after a long, hard day.
Actually, while I'm down there, I want to go into the history section. I want to try and figure out, from the few clues that I have, who M might have been.
Oh, give me a history check.
Come on, maybe this would be the time for a natural 20. Nope, that's a 6 plus not enough. It doesn't matter. It's 10.
10. Okay. You start looking into this, and you're not finding much.
I wouldn't expect to.
And she seems to sort of be this enigma that you can't find information on. And you hear her walking downstairs, and she greets you in the doorway. And she goes, "You're not going to find anything in here. Everything on me is in a private collection. But if you really want to know who I am, the name is Mokwal."
Say it again?
Mokwal.
How you spell it?
French as fuck.
Very French sounding. Can you just write it down on the back of my note?
I can.
Thank you. Because it just sounded like a lot of vowels to me.
Yeah, it's not. People also have called me Malayet. You can have both.
You know, this could really speed up my personal quest line. Like, a lot.
There's no speeding up my
That's
personal
not how I
quest
would have
line.
spelled that, so I'm glad I had you write
Mokwal.
it
Yeah, I know,
down.
it's a little bit weird. And she goes, "And here's my symbol." And she sort of like puts a hand up, and you see scales. Like measuring scales.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
And she goes, "And since you're so curious, my business is business." And she walks away. Clap, 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 clap. Sharp heels.
Those fucking heels, man.
Okay. I feel like in my personal brain as a player, have something in there that should be clicking. I need to think. God damn you, Jardin. Okay.
You all get your day of rest. You feel very rested. Tiggles, your blood has now formed a nice brown crust.
Yeah.
You got a wonderful night's sleep, Morfran, on your stone slab. I'm not sure how much sleep Merlin got. A lot of questions rattling around in that head.
I have to sleep.
And you eventually find some sleep, even though it's burdened. And Jasper, you come back sort of midday after your carousing in Akepolis. Carousing. And you are able to find your room nicely furnished for you and get your sleep. The day is now upon you. And you all wake up.
Just perching at the end of the stone slab again.
I rub your feathers and pat you and go, "You came back late last night. Busy reading." Then kind of like walk out of the room to go get something to eat.
just big poopy feathers, and then slowly goes back down again, and then just goes, "This is fine, everything is fine," and just follows Morfran out.
You follow down to what looks like a small mess hall where there is food prepared for you.
Sure.
For you as well, and there is a cup of juice just for you.
Yes. Single cup of juice.
Mm-hmm.
Head to the damn place to get the juice.
Yeah, you get the juice. You finish your juice and you look over to the right. There's a whole juice bar.
Oh my god.
I
Tiggles, did you see the pastries on the table?
I already have an armful of them as I am heading to the juice bar. Tiggles loves him some pastries and juice.
The morning is yours for you to chat, should you want to.
After this, I suppose we should head up, see Lady M, get her next assignment. I am restless.
It's been a day.
Do you really think that Morfran sits around much?
No.
There's no downtime for us.
What did I describe you as? What did M the industrious warlord?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe
When my days are resting, Morfran likes to take long hot baths, do lots of push-ups in her full plate armor, and then nap on a stone bed.
Jesus Christ. There's no fucking middle ground with Morfran.
Yeah.
I mean,
which means that's the pace I've been at for the past 2 years.
Downtime for planning.
Yeah, so do you guys chat about anything else, or do you just eat in silence?
I'm watching Jasper pretty intently this morning, I think. Do I need a new sanity roll now that I'm a Harpy again?
Sure.
And not that it matters, there's not a lot of time
advantage.
left. Yeah. 15. It's the one that I got the last time.
So there's a harpy staring.
I'm assuming I see the harpy staring at
I'm
me
not trying to hide it.
Well, I didn't think you were. Yes. Is there anything in particular you're curious about? You can't speak, but I'm sure you could still write.
I think it's short enough. So I use Mage Hand to take a piece of paper out, or I take out my grimoire and I go to the very back, and there's just a page that is just has been burned and then repaired multiple times.
Mending.
Yeah.
Burned and mending.
And it just says, it just flashes across, just memorizing your face.
Oh, interesting.
I decided that was short enough to use the create modifier on, but I think it's okay.
Why?
Why not?
Flashes over the paper.
Mm-hmm. Smiles.
I go back to eating.
You go upstairs.
All right. You all congregate up in M's office. She's sitting there, patiently waiting for you guys. She goes, greetings, good morning. I hope that you had a good meal. Oh, sorry, I choked. M doesn't choke, she doesn't have a throat. I hope that you had a good meal.
I'm just sitting down, just armful of pastries, just still going.
She
take
just
the
nods
pastry and I eat it because I forgot to eat breakfast.
I pay no mind. I've got enough. Plus, I know. Don't fuck with
Nourishing as always.
Wonderful. So you're back. And...
Is it real food?
Yeah.
We're not in a magnificent mansion scenario, are we?
It's real food, as far as you know.
Just checking.
He goes, well, I have the next 2 cards for you. The first one is Ruin. Don't shake your head.
Stacy doesn't like it.
I took a little bit of researching and just generally scrying, but I was able to find him, an orc, a big one. His name is Duergar the Unshamed. Apparently leading a war band towards Tador at the moment.
Excellent.
You know, it is quite remarkable, actually. A lot of the warring clans of orcs to the south have been divided for a long time, but he's done quite the job of bringing them all together.
I'm going to steal his army.
Oh, that will be exciting. The next one is, also took a little bit of searching, but he's loud enough, so found him eventually. The Comet. His namesake is also the card as well. He is known as the Comet. He is the Comet card. He's sort of in the northern forests.
Just being?
As far as I know, yes. He just keeps going north.
That orc guy was in the south, right?
Yeah.
Any description on He's like
Yeah, I think I can actually show you. She takes out a crystal ball and she does sort of like a modification of a scry, but so that you all can see it. And you see this man in this enormous sort of stature in this fully gold armor with this huge sword. And he's just sort of like plodding his way through the forest.
my lord.
Yes.
Choices.
So, any of them seem more appealing to it? As you are watching this guy walking through the forest, a wolf attacks him, and a chain from him attaches to the wolf, made out of magical energy. And he just takes his sword, and it burns bright like a comet with a trail behind it. He slams it, and a huge crater goes, and the wolf is completely evaporated from the strike. And he just sort of like grabs his head, and he just keeps walking.
That one I think we're going to need a little bit of prep work on.
I don't like either of these options, but, it's fine.
So, some sort of magical champion or an entire army of orc clans?
How about some supplies?
Like what?
Healing potions, maybe, or maybe anything that grants my fellows here some fire resistance, or...
Fire resistance, what would you need?
I don't know, the comedy guy seems to be kind of explosive, don't you think?
Oh, yes, I suppose so. I didn't think that was quite fire, but that's fine.
Radiant damage.
I don't really get the magic.
The book comes back up and it just says, Ring of Protection, please.
Yes, make this one
Squishy.
less squishy.
Very squishy.
Do you have any requests? Tiggles?
I don't have my finger though.
Whatever makes it
maybe
easier
it'll
to
be
get
a toe
them.
ring.
And for you, Jasper?
I don't know right now. I would have to think about it.
Mayhap something to make somebody speedy? Even if you just know the general direction, it's not like we can't go out and buy these things fair market value.
Yes, that is true. I am of a limited resource here.
Just point us in the right direction.
Monocra?
You could?
Could go.
Shopping trip.
I didn't get to
go
say
to
that,
Monocra anyway.
but I've been thinking about going.
Should I send you to a place where you can procure these things?
I think that would probably be for the best.
Okay. I apologize, I've not stocked up on things, and most of my collection is not quite loner material.
You've provided ample lodgings.
So I'm going to send you to Monocra, is that correct?
Please.
Okay. Yes?
I have to take a moment and I have to do it in Thieves' Camp, but I basically want to, write out with a pen in the back of my thing that I need a scroll for Disguise Self or something that lasts longer than 10 minutes, because I can't use those spells, so I've never bothered to learn them.
Oh, so something...
I need a concentration spell that lasts longer than 10 minutes.
Hold on one second.
Because if I can use Disguise Self on the gem, then I could technically disguise self and just be a person for an hour.
Yeah.
Granted, it would have to be Aurelia, which is fucking dangerous as fuck, but
It's been a while.
it's better than being a fucking harpy in the middle of a magical capital.
Yeah. Which you have a reputation in.
Yes. In both ways, yes.
Um,
But I can at least be just a different woman.
Mm-hmm.
Because Aurelia is known for being a persona as much as anything, and it has been a while.
Actually, that might be something good for me as well. Something not necessarily
Yeah.
specifically something that lets
You don't have disguise self?
I don't have any illusion type magics because I can't use them. I specifically cannot use them.
lets me look like someone else.
She goes, okay, let me see. I will be back in a moment. And she goes in through that door that is in her office that you don't know where it leads. She comes back and she goes, I am running low on sort of more mundane magical items. Let's see here.
Oh yeah, because the only thing I have is I have Arcane Eye, but it's a 4th level spell.
Yeah. She goes, let's see, from previous employees. They've left a few things here over the years. Let's see, I do have a few healing potions for you. So, Morfran, here, these are for you.
Excellent.
She gives you 3 greater healing potions.
Thank you.
She goes, Tiggles, you said you were fine. Would you care for something to stab someone with?
Yes.
Okay. She reaches into her corset and just pulls out a nice dagger. And she just hands it to you. There's nothing special about it. It's pretty.
It's shiny.
Use it to stab people.
Tiggles just takes it. Yeah.
She goes, I did happen to have a scroll for you.
Take
Here
it.
you are. I was able to make that quickly. And Jasper, what was it again that you wanted?
Maybe something that just lets me look different, I guess.
Similar to what I just gave Merlin.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, like a ring or something that I can like put on or take off.
She goes in, she comes back, and she is a person.
Yeah.
And she goes, what do you think? And she sort of stands there and poses for you. And she goes, I'm sorry, it's been years since I've made a joke. Here you go. And she hands you a hat. She goes, it's a hat of disguise.
Yeah.
It's like a big floppy hat, but it's
Does it have to be a big floppy hat? I mean, it doesn't.
Well, it wouldn't be when you're using it.
I mean,
The hat changes with your appearance.
But I just like to imagine that a hat of disguise is like some really gaudy, awful thing.
They usually are.
Yeah. So there you are. And I will send you on your way to collect more items. And should you want to acquire more from me, I will pay you for them. As I said, I am not fully stocked.
Excellent. We will bring back supplies.
Okay. Let's see, there was another point of business. Jasper,
Yes.
have you been doing any extracurricular work of late? Obviously, I said that you can do any other jobs that you see fit, but
In what
I'm
sense?
just curious. I have gotten reports, bounties posted for recent activities of someone who matches your description. A swath of deaths, all mysterious. Some people cut to pieces, some people just dead. Sort of your MO when you're active.
Yes, I suppose. Well, yes,
You have been active then.
to a point.
In Ilares.
I don't remember.
You weren't.
I was like, I don't think so. No. No.
Curious.
What
And she sort of
details?
stands up straight again. She goes, I can look into that further.
I would much appreciate that.
Yes. She goes, okay, well, to Monocra it is. I'll walk you out.
I'm so going to take down so many temples.
In Monocra?
Yes.
Please don't.
There aren't really any temples in Monocra.
Nope.
It's a magical city. You're going to build the temple and take it down.
Yep.
Okay.
Monocra is an important resource.
She sort of gathers all of you, takes you down to the portal, and you feel that familiar flash of energy as you are whisked away to Monocra. And that is where we'll wrap this session.
Yay.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for playing.
Yay.
There was a lot of good stuff in there.
A lot of one-on-one.
So much good stuff.